Hi everyone! For today's lesson, we're gonna talk about an introduction to ellipse. So our objectives for today's lesson is to familiarize with the different parts of the graph of the ellipse. So ano nga ba yung mga parts ng graph ng ellipse natin? So but before that, let's just have first the example of the ellipse. So when we graph the ellipse, ito yung possible na magiging itsura niya. So next, let us define what is ellipse. So actually, circle is a special case of ellipse. So whereas the plane is perpendicular to the axis of the cone. So aside from that, when we say ellipse, it is also a closed plane curve or a set of all points in a plane, and also the distances from the two fixed points is a constant. When we say constant, it is a fixed value or it is the value that is unchangeable. So ano naman yung tinatawag nating fixed points? So pagka sinabi nating fixed points, yan. So we are referring with the focus. Yan. So as we can see here, meron tayong dalawang focus kay ellipse, which is ang plural form niya ay foci. So aside sa focus, meron din tayong tinatawag na principal axis. So nasan na nga ba yung principal axis natin? Okay, so ito yung ating principal axis. So this is the line that passes through both the foci natin. So ang tawag din natin minsan dito ay axis of symmetry. So ito yung line na nagko-connect dun sa ating dalawang focus, and also it meets the 2 points called vertices. Pag sinabi naman nating vertices, we are referring with the 2 vertex ng ating ellipse. So vertices is the plural form of vertex. Itong broken line na to na kulay yellow, ang tawag naman natin dyan ay major axis. So that is the line that joining the vertices and then the foci. Okay, so next, meron din tayong tinatawag na minor axis. So when we say minor axis, so it is the line segment which is perpendicular bisector of the major axis. So itong broken line na to na kulay red, that is our minor axis. So yung center natin, this is where the major and minor axis intersect. So eto siya, yung nasa gitna natin. So that is the center. So next, meron din tayong tinatawag na latus rectum. Since sa ellipse ay meron tayong dalawang latus rectum, so ang plural form niya ay latera recta. Yan. So ito yung ating latus rectum. So pagka sinabi nating latus rectum, this is the chord that passes through the focus. So ito yung focus natin. Ayan. So ito yung line that passes through the focus and also perpendicular to our major axis. Ayan. So ito yung major axis natin. So ngayon din, ang sabi rin natin, yun daw endpoints niya ay nandun sa curve ng ating ellipse. So, ito yung endpoints niya. So, meron tayong 4 na endpoints. So, we use E to indicate endpoints. So, we have E sub 1, E sub 2, E sub 3, and E sub 4. So, ang tawag natin dyan ay endpoints of the latus rectum. So next, so meron din tayong tinatawag na covertices. So nasa naman yung covertices natin? Ayan. So meron tayong B sub 1 and B sub 2 to indicate covertex or covertices. So that are the endpoints of the minor axis. So ito yung minor axis natin, red na broken line. So yung dalawang endpoint niya, ito and this one, that is our co-vertex. Next, meron din tayong tinatawag na directrix. Ayan. So, ito yung ating dalawang directrix. Ito yung isa, ito yung pangalawa. So, meron tayo sa left, meron din tayo sa right ng ating ellipse. So, we use A naman, ayan, A, to indicate the distance from the center to the vertex. So, A yung ginagamit natin. So, next naman, we use B naman to indicate the distance from the center to the covertex. Next, to indicate naman yung distance from the center to the focus, we use C. And to measure the length of the major axis, etong broken line na kulay yellow, we use 2 multiplied by A. Yung A natin, again, this is the distance from the center to the vertex. So para makuha natin yung buong measurement netong line na to o ng major axis natin, we use this formula, 2 multiply by A. So para makuha naman natin yung length ng ating minor axis, etong red na broken line from the endpoint or one point ng ating covertex to the another endpoint ng ating covertex. So we use 2 multiply by B or 2B. So next naman, para makuha naman natin yung length ng ating latus rectum, we use the formula 2B square over A. So since A is greater than B, so saan ba natin nakuha itong concept na to that A is greater than B? Diba yung A natin, that's the distance from the center to the vertex. And then, yung ating B naman is the distance from the center to the one endpoint of our covertex. So it could be the B sub 1 or the B sub 2. Ito yung ating covertices. So, yung ating C naman, that's the distance from the center to the focus. So, mas malaki lagi yung distance ni A compare kay B. Kasi mas malaki yung ating major axis compare kay minor axis. So, since A is greater than B, we can say that A square minus C square is always positive. Or, we always get a positive value. So since A minus C square is positive, we let B square is equal to A square minus C square. So in case na halimbawa yung given na equation o yung given na coordinates missing si B, we just need to use this formula. The B square is equal to A square minus C square. So para makuha natin si B, we just need to get the square root of A square minus C square. So then we can write the equation of the ellipse in the form of C square is equal to A square minus B square. So in case naman na ang missing natin ay si C square, yan, so meron tayong C square is equal to A square minus B square. So we just need to get the square root of A square minus B square para makuha naman natin si C. So actually class, if the center of the ellipse is at 0, 0 or at the origin, we are using these two equations. So these are the standard form if the center at 0, 0 on the ellipse. So we have the x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared is equal to 1. And the y squared over a squared plus x squared over b squared is equal to 1. So these are the two standard form of the ellipse if the center is at 0, 0 or if the center is on the origin. So remember here, your a is less than c. And if your A is less than C, then you can form a horizontal ellipse. Then, on this equation, your A is greater than C. And if your A is greater than C, then you can have a vertical ellipse. So, you have to remember that. What if naman, if yung ating center ay nasa any point ng Cartesian plane or wala sa origin. So, if the center is at HK, eto naman yung standard form na ginagamit natin. So, the first one, we have the x minus h square. So, the first one, we have the quantity x minus h square over a square plus quantity y minus k square over b square is equal to 1. If we use this equation, then your a is less than c. If we use this equation, then your A is greater than C. And if your A is less than C, same din parang kanina nung sa center ay nasa origin. If your A is greater than C, then you can have a horizontal ellipse. And if your A is greater than C, then you can have a vertical ellipse. So these are the equation of the ellipse.